A few days back, I went to a market and saw someone soliciting with a cheerful voice. At first, I thought he should be a Korean because his speech was very fast and natural. But surprisingly, he was a foreigner who I think came from one of the southeastern countries. And he was an employee at a fruit store run by Koreans. For some reason, I was interested in him, so I decided to watch him from a little bit distance. As I watched him talking with the customers for a while, I noticed that his Korean skills were really good. Even though his Korean skills had some errors and were not that classy, his words came out effortlessly. You know, his tone of voice and gestures were like those of Korean merchants that we often see in the markets. So I wanted to ask him about how he acquired such fluent Korean skills, but I couldn't because he was very busy with his job. However, in my opinion, he didn't seem to have learned Korean in the same way we learn English in Korea. Suddenly I remember the video which was about how students at Seoul National University speak English. As far as I know, you do have to be in the top 1% to get into Seoul National University, aka SNU. Anyway, in the video, an interviewer conducted interviews with SNU students in English, asking them to rate their English skills on a scale of 1 to 10. And the results of the scale ranged from 3 to 7. In my view, some students' speaking skills were really good, while others were not that good. And the interesting thing is that those students who scored high and spoke English very well had experiences of going abroad or studying with English native speakers when they were kids. On the other hand, the students who scored low and didn't speak English very well didn't have such experiences. In a way, it was an expected result. But at the same time, it drove me a little bit mad. Like, how terrible is our English education system if even SNU students struggled with English speaking? I think it is natural to expect that people who have studied English for 10 years in middle and high school will be able to speak English fluently to some extent. Unfortunately, it is not that easy within the current English education system in Korea. You know, it's not the students' fault at all. I think it is the fault of the social and educational system in Korea. Among the YouTube channels I sometimes visit, there is one called Bart, which is run by a Dutch person. He speaks in English in almost all of his videos. And in one video, he let us know how he acquired such fluent English skills. According to him, in the Netherlands, they are naturally exposed to English from a very young age. And he also said that the Dutch people have learned English through listening and speaking rather than through grammar and reading. And this is achieved through public education, not private one. However, we can't expect something like that in Korea, where English is only geared toward college entrance exams or learning tricks to solve problems in order to get a job, and not so much toward learning English as a language. To be honest, I understand the perspectives of politicians or educational officials regarding this issue. They have to consider national budgets and also the possibility of the economic losses that might occur if a new English education system were to be introduced. But this issue is not just about its inefficiency. A more serious problem is that it is imposing a significant economic burden on people, and at the same time is contributing to widening gap between the rich and the poor. Say rich people can send their kids to English language kindergartens or send them abroad to learn English, while the people who don't afford it cannot do such things. I believe this kind of situation is very, very disappointing. Actually, I've struggled to study English, and for a long time I studied English pretty inefficiently. However, what is way more unfortunate is that teenagers and people in their 20s now have also been studying English as inefficiently as I did, and many of them are still struggling with their inefficient English skills. When it comes to wrapping up my videos, I always find myself pondering how to conclude, but this time it feels much more challenging. It's because I'm perfectly aware that our English education system is unlikely to change, and I can propose better solutions due to my limited English skills and my limited insight. I just hope that through a better English education system, young people can enjoy studying English, become better English speakers by the time they are around 20 years old, and move to other fields using their English skills rather than struggling with English later in life. I don't know. So I don't know what to say. But with that being said, I just wanna wish you good luck. Catch you later.